Hey my awesome Aries, and welcome to your weekend energy reading for this weekend and next week. This is a general reading, so please do take what resonates and toss the rest. Also check out other signs in your chart if they resonate with you more. If you do like this, please do like, subscribe, share, all that great stuff. It is fun, free, and it helps get to the other Aries. Also, if you do want to see a moon reading, I have posted those just recently in my chart also. So if you have a hankering for that, go there. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get started. We are going to use this deck. We don't do reversals on the energy readings, but we will use this deck, another plain tarot deck for your challenge card, and 3 oracle decks to try to give you kind of a full scope of what your weekend and next week will look like. So let's get started, shall we? All right, 1, 2, and 3. Alrighty, so looks like you've got some nice cards here, possibly. Alrighty. So to get started, you have Ace of Cups energy, okay? So I do feel like you're coming into this week, feeling like you have a lot of charisma, a lot of energy. You're putting out a lot, as far as your emotions and relationship vibes. So if you have a relationship already, you're going to be, having a lot of a good time with that, friends, family, what have you. If you're single, this is the time where I feel like you might be out mingling, you might be out meeting people. This could be a potential where you might meet somebody that you enjoy spending time with, but you are definitely on top of your game, okay? So your cup literally runneth over with, your charismatic vibes, your flow, you're getting out that kind of mojo, that vibe, that feel that people are reading, okay? So you're putting out that higher vibration, if you will, and it's going to be, fed back to you. So you might have things on tap this weekend too. You might have meetings, not meetings per se, but like meetups with friends, family members. You might have gatherings, reunions, different things going on, functions like that you're going to be going to, or you have even, helped orchestrate, and you're going to kind of be really a center of attention in these things, whether you really mean to or not. I think people are going to be paying you notice. So keep that in mind, and utilize it to the best of your ability if you are looking for someone, even if it's just for the purpose of networking, even if it's not that you're looking for a relationship. If you're looking for, networking, new friends, new group to hang out with, all the opportunities are there and they are at your disposal. Now we do have this 5 of Swords energy coming in, and that does tell me that there can be some friction too, okay? But I think that's very common anytime you have that vibe that you're putting out, okay? So you're putting out this high, high resonance, high vibration, high frequency flow vibe. People are reading it, they're drawn to you like a moth to a flame, that kind of situation. There's going to be some friction because either one, people will feel like, you're leaving them behind or leaving them out, or 2, they're jealous, okay? Which kind of culminates or essentially equates to the same thing. People are just kind of feeling a jealousy. They're jealous that you're spending your time with other people, or they're jealous that you're the center of attention. They're jealous either of not having enough of you, or they're jealous because they're not being enough like you. So either way, we kind of have that, and that can typically cause friction. And I think that it's you don't want to say necessarily haters, but that's essentially what a lot of times it is. So you may be out with your friends in a big group, you're out just watching a game, you're watching basketball, or you're out at the, having dinner, or you're out at a party, or you're out with, just couples doing things or whatever, and people are just paying you special mind, special attention, or you're out at a work function, or you're out at a reunion, or whatever you may be at, and you kind of seem to be drawing the circle of crowd, or people are more entertained by your quips or your eccentricities, or your just whatever it is that you have going on, and it's going to leave a few people feeling either outside your circle, or they're going to feel just jealous of you in general. And if you look at the card, you can see this is a person here who they have the swords in hand, okay? So they're still in control, but they're also kind of out here while the other people are kind of like away, they're kind of outcasted away, or a little bit kind of like forget about it, turning their back on them a bit. So they may feel that way, like, okay, well, now that they've got everything in hand and they're so special, we don't want, to be a bother to them or something, But again, I feel like this is just a minor jealousy. It's kind of a snafu. It's just a little, I don't see this being anything major, okay? So do not feel like this is something, nothing about this is giving me any intuition, any vibe, anything that says holy major blowout, this is work exploding. This is your family blowing up into major chaos. This is anything of any epic proportion, okay? This is like a little bit of friction because somebody's a little bit jealous. That is everything that I read in that. So I feel like it's stuff that people will get over. And if they don't, it's a petty issue that you really don't need to really address anyway. Any more than just to, maybe pay a little attention to them if it's somebody that you really are concerned about their feelings and you do want to make them feel, included, whatever, if you feel like that's their issue. But nothing to really worry about. And the ending here is your sun. Okay, so this is full on success, happiness, joy with the way things are ending out for whatever it is that you are trying to do. So again, if this is something where you've got a major, thing planned, a get together planned, a meetup planned, some sort of, function planned, it's going to be a super success. Okay. But if this is something where you're just out and it's an impromptu, and because you are putting off this energy, again, I do feel like this is something where if you want to make those connections, if you want to make that relationship, if you want to network, whatever capacity you want to make things happen in, the opportunities are there and you can make them happen in any way you choose to, okay? And you can be successful. You will be successful in doing that, as long as you choose to. You have every availability to do that. So I don't feel like this is anything you need to worry about, but we will get a challenge card, okay, for you, just to kind of see what challenge you'll have coming through this, because of course there's always some sort of challenge. Hopefully it won't be anything major, but again, I have a challenge washing the dishes. I say this every time. I break a fingernail, or, I cut myself walking across a room. It's just, there's always a challenge, right? Nothing can be smooth. So let's go ahead and see what your challenge card will be. So it's Ace of Swords. Okay. So to me, this is telling me that, with the challenge card, I do feel like this could be twofold. Okay. One, this could be your energy because you are Ace of Cups energy. You might also be feeling this Ace of Swords energy, which is ultimate power. So you're feeling like, okay, I'm a go-getter. I have this opportunity to now make everything come to fruition. Okay. I can go get this person as a relationship, or I can go get this job opportunity, networking opportunity with this person. But because you may be a little overzealous, you may be jumping at something that you think you want and you don't necessarily want. So this could be your energy and you're kind of being your own worst enemy. So if that is who you are as a person, if you know yourself to be that way sometimes, where you jump the gun or you get overzealous or you make emotional jumps at things, and then later you're like, dang, I wish I hadn't done that, because now I don't really want that. And now I'm my own worst enemy, because now I've got to follow through with all of this stuff that I jumped into that, at the time sounded great while I was, in the moment. But now I don't really want that. I don't want to have to keep up this Ace of Swords pace, this Ace of Swords, mojo and work effort and connection effort and all of this effort. I don't really want to do that. It sounded fun at the time. It sounded like a great idea at the time, but I don't really want to have to do that. So if you are of that kind, then you know exactly who you are. Many of us fit into that category. And that maybe this is your energy and your own worst enemy right here. So watch out for jumping into anything that you may not want to do later. Okay. But the second thing, which I feel like may be for more of you, honestly, my intuition is telling me is for more of you, to be honest with you, is that this is falling on your Five of Swords here. And it's because somebody who's very important to you, okay, somebody who you look at with a ace type energy, somebody who is a, important figure in your life. It could be a boss figure, a fatherly figure, a significant other, a motherly figure, an older sibling, again, gender neutral, but somebody that you look up to, strong, powerful figure, leadership type figure, is feeling like, because you are all of a sudden having so much draw to you, they are feeling very jealous. Okay, they're feeling like, especially if you have a significant other that is a jealous type, you may very well know yourself right now. You may be going, oh yeah, if somebody's paying attention to me more than normal, they're going to have a major problem with that. I know exactly. And this may be your problem, is trying to keep this person from feeling super jealous, and it causing a little bit of, a little bit of strife, a little bit of chaos there. Again, I don't feel like it's going to be anything big. It's more going to be kind of just a calming, a smoothing over, a soft touch, petting ego type situation. If it's a boss, and you're finding other opportunities, they may be trying to talk you out of it. Hey, don't take that wonderful son opportunity that you just met from that person that, was your network now. Come back. We really don't want to lose you. Could be that. It could be a family member who's like, hey, you haven't had time for us in a long time because you've been spending all the time with these new people, these new friends, whatever, this is a big best friend, big, somebody, again, a jealousy. I do feel like that may be the main issue here. Is this is going to be a person that's very important to you, and they're going to feel in some form or fashion a jealousy, okay? Because you are shining bright like the sun. You are, really coming out on top, and you are exuding Ace of Cups energy. So people are just drawn to you, and it's causing a little bit of jealousy. And I do feel like it's specifically going to affect somebody that you really care about as a dominant figure in your life. So you may very well know exactly who that is without me even having to mention a thought of who it is. But if that's the case, just take care with them maybe. So let's go ahead and get some clarifiers on these, and maybe give you a little bit more information if we can. So let's get a clarifier on this Ace of Cups energy, see if we can get any more information on that for you. Accelerated motion. So again, I think this is just telling me that, you are in a place where you are just flowing, overflowing, if you will. I mean, again, you're overflowing with this charisma, this energy, this passion, this drive, this whatever it is, and people are reading it. Again, your energy levels are here. You're operating on a higher frequency. You are just drawing people in, and it's going to accelerate everything as far as opportunities for you, people coming into your circle, people wanting to be around you. All of that will be accelerated. Okay, much to some people's dismay, because they're a little bit protective of you, maybe. Let's use that term instead of jealousy. Let's say they're just a little overprotective of you. But let's kind of go ahead and see how this plays out with that. We'll get some clarification on this Ace of Swords over the Five of Swords, and see kind of how that works out here with this, if we can. All right, we have power. So again, I do feel like this might be kind of like a power struggle. So, this could be jealousy in that, they're used to you kind of being the non-dominant figure in your situation. Okay. Whether it's a relationship, whether it's a situationship, whether it's a friendship, whatever it may be. This person is typically the more dominant, strong figure that usually is the more outgoing, more whatever. And by you having this power shift, as far as attractability, and I don't necessarily mean that in a physical sense, but just, people being drawn to you and you being the center of attention kind of thing, it's making them jealous. So again, this could be a significant other who's jealous that people are even around you, but it also may be somebody who is feeling a little bit left out, because now they're feeling like, wait a minute, I'm always the center of attention and now you are, and I don't like this. This is a power shift. So, but the thing here to remember is you can remain in power, but still in balance. If you look, this person is like balancing two things here to keep the power nice and even on both sides. So again, you can have power and you can have control without making anyone feel less or more, and and try to not have anyone feel like they need to be jealous of any reason, for any reason. You know, you can definitely assert your dominance, have your authority, have your power, exude that charisma, exude that, you know, that energy that you have without anybody having any other emotions that are negative because of it. It just may take some balancing act on your part. You may have to, you know, stroke some egos and things like that. You know, if depending on the person, you know what they need to feel more comfortable. If you're concerned about that, if you're not concerned about how they feel at all, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Worry about you. But with this being an Ace of Swords energy, you feel like this is somebody that you hold in high esteem. So you do care about that. And if you do, then you don't want them to be upset. So you will do things to try to help smooth things over for them, make them feel more comfortable just because you do care. So I think that that's what you'll want to do is balance that power, not make them feel a little bit awkward, but this is a change for them. This is different for them. You know, I don't feel like they are used to you being this go get 'em, high frequency, charismatic, surrounded by people, center of attention. I just don't feel like they are used to that or know how to deal with that. It's a power shift for them. But it's a good thing. And I think it will be easily, like I said, smoothed over as long as you handle it the way you know how to handle it. I mean, you know how to handle each person. You know them better than anyone else. So, and how about the Sun card? So your last piece of advice here is Great Awakening. Walk in your truth. Stand firm in your light. So again, this is just telling you, you need to make sure that you are continuing to do what you know you want, okay? And don't let anyone else's, you know, insecurities derail you. I do think this is something you can easily smooth over. If you're not worried about it, then fine, that's fine too. But again, I do get the intuition that you do care about this person. You are worried about them and their feelings, so you do want to smooth it over. And if you do, then you know how to do that. But this is your truth. This is what you want, and you have everything at your disposal to make it happen in an accelerated motion at that. You know, it's given you a better sense of power, you know, to have all these people around you, to be able to have these this extra attention. It's boosted your confidence level, and it's helped you to make the contacts that you need to get whatever you want to get. So if you're wanting new jobs, if you're wanting new opportunities, if you're wanting a new relationship, if you're wanting whatever, I do think you have that opportunity to get it, and in an accelerated state, and you feel like you have a newfound power from it because, you know, a newfound confidence, all of that. And this is your new truth and your new light, literally the sunlight, new light, literally in the sun. So those couldn't be more fitting. So I think everything is going to look beautifully for you. The only snafu or hitch I see here is maybe a slight bit of jealousy from someone that you do care about. And I think that's an easy fix with just some communication. So I hope this did sit well with you or resonate with you. If it did, please do like, subscribe, share, all that great stuff. Check out your moon reading too, if you would. I do think you might enjoy that. Otherwise, I hope to see you back later, and have a great week. Bye.